So, did you ever walk up on a really insanely weird conversation that just blew your mind? I did once. I mean, this one was just really off the wall. So anyway, I knew this guy at a flea market. He was a vendor, I was a vendor, so we just knew each other from like selling shit, right? And I talked to him from time to time. And this guy, I don't know, this guy was the kind of guy that just seemed like, you know, like wacky, you know, that you don't really mess with. Like, I remember one time, he just started growing a beard, right? And he kind of had this kind of weird Santa look going on about him. So I was like, yo, Izzy, what are you trying to be, a flea market Santa, right? And he didn't laugh. And I personally thought it was funny. So I told my wife, and she was like, no, you shouldn't kid with him like that. You know, and that's all she said, right? And because I'm telling you, he looked like the kind of guy. Now, I'm not going to say he was like huge and terrifying and stuff like that, but basically his thing was he looked unpredictable. Like, you don't really know what reaction you might get from him in certain situations. Because, like I was saying, it was like, okay, when I say unpredictable, I mean it was like, you don't know what could literally just set him off and have him just go off on you, right? Like when I said, hey, what are you trying to be, a flea market Santa? Because he didn't look jovial. He didn't look jolly. He looked like basically a homeless dude, right? With the Santa kind of beard. You know, creepy. The kind that would just set up a chair. Hey, kids, sit on my lap. Tell me what you want for Christmas, but not the boys, you know? So anyway, like I said, yeah, but he looked like the kind of guy you really just shouldn't mess with or say the wrong thing to, because it looks like he would just be easily set off. And I mean just basically the kind of guy that would just pick up whatever and just crack you in the skull with it. I mean, if he had nothing around, it would just be like even if he had a bathroom towel, he looked like he could be like, grab a bathroom towel and just start snapping you to death with it. And just keep snapping you until you went unconscious or passed out or died and your body was all covered with welts. And when the police or the hospital found you, they'd be like, what was the instrument in which you was beaten? And they'd find a bloody towel. So, but anyway, getting back to the weird conversation. One day, I'm at the flea market and I'm just walking around looking for shit, looking to buy stuff. I like to buy shit at the flea markets. And I see him, so I go, you know, I'm going to go over and say hello. So I do. I start to head over, seeing him, wondering if he sees me, maybe he sees me, I don't know. As I'm getting closer, right up to him, I was basically going to stop and go, hey, Izzy, what's up? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. But as I get up to him, close enough to hear what he's saying, I literally hear him say, in just a very flat, conversational tone, like it's the most normalist fucking thing to be talking about in the world. I hear him say, have you ever seen the inside of a black girl's asshole? To his friend. And I don't, you know, I was kind of like taken aback, and I don't remember his friend's reaction, but he continues, it's all pink, right? So I'm basically right up to this, where you're like walking up and you're so close that you're going to just bump or walk in or walk through. So I kind of do a slight 15-degree angle and I say, hey, Izzy, and I keep walking because I didn't want to be part of that conversation. I mean, I've never seen the inside of a black girl's asshole. Apparently it's all pink. Now I know. I mean, I've seen it in a porn movie, but I never really realized it, where it would like be embedded in my memory, and it's something that I thought interesting enough to share as a topic of conversation with everybody else in the world. So like I said, what I did was I literally kept walking, And and that's it. Yeah, and that was it, because that was the weirdest conversation I had ever walked up on, and there's never been one to equal it.